Hello, Evelyn Charan here. So I did my three shifts this week, 2 hours, 3 hours a day, however long it takes to get it done. They allot me 5 hours a day to get the jobs done, but it doesn't take 5 hours a day to get it done. So if I stood around for 2.5 hours, I'd just be stealing from the owner of the restaurant. And I don't believe in that. I believe in being an honest cook. That was one of my biggest problems in my workplace. I would work and get my stuff done, and I'd do whatever it took to get done. However, I never got lunch breaks. The new company I'm with that I'm laid off from now, I do get lunch breaks for the first time in 11 years. However, apparently I don't know, there seems to be discrepancies, quite a few discrepancies. I say everybody else in the union that I'm in, if there's back pay owed to them, they all get their money, but I don't. I don't know. I don't know why I don't get my money. Why am I centered out all the time? Why am I always targeted? Why was I ever targeted to begin with? I reported sexual assault in the workplace. The company never did anything about it. They allowed that person to keep their job. They allowed them to be authority figures. As a matter of fact, they turned around and promoted them and put me out of work. And I've got all the documentation to prove everything. However, they just kind of put me on ignore. They see me as a troublemaker. They labeled me as a troublemaker because I reported sexual assault in the workplace. Now, I've told these men in my workplaces, do not address me that way, do not talk to me that way, do not touch me, don't ever come near me. But the more that you complain about it, the worse your situation gets. So instead of practicing Canadian laws and stopping sexual assault and harassment and bullying in the workplace, they do it more by leaving me stranded, living in a parking lot, broke, no place to go, nobody to turn to. This is a form of torturing your staff. This is against the law. Now, I've been very, very patient. I've waited for a long, long time. I want all of my back pay and I want every dime that's owed to me. This is not right what they're doing to me, and it's not right what they're doing to anybody. It's too bad more people don't come forward because they have a duty of fair representation. I've spoken to the labor board on several occasions, and they said it doesn't matter. Your union has to stick up for you. But what do you do if your union doesn't stick up for you, and they never did? Um, when you can prove that your shop stewards perjured you can prove that the company's lying, you can prove that they targeted you. So if the labor board doesn't help you, the police don't help you, your union doesn't help you, so what do? They've put me out of my career completely now. With the COVID-19, we have no jobs to go to. We have no income. I'm living in a parking lot. I've been living outside since 2017. They've made my life a living hell. Now they claim that they didn't even know half of it was going on in their kitchens. Well, that's not my fault. I reported it. If they don't know what's going on in their business, that's not my problem. Facts are facts. They owe me money. So this company gave me astronomical amounts of awards for food safety and safety, and then they turn around and fire me for doing my job right. The exact words that were said to me on my last day of work. I said, but I'm doing my job right. Four managers, one corporate chef looked at me and said, it doesn't matter if you're doing your job right. You're fired anyways. So what the hell did I do to deserve that? I was stuck doing I did 4 to 5 times more work than anybody else in the workplace. So if they can't keep me working and I pay union dues, yet they're not allowing me to work, and I have statements from my union that's denying me the right to work, which they say they have nothing to do with it. Well, they wrote the letters. There's a letter from my president. There's a letter from our financial person. There's a letter from Compass Group Canada. One of our managers at Fire, that's got a lot to do with it. He's seen a lot of the stuff going on in our kitchens at Albion Village and did nothing about it. And he's in our pension. That's another thing. He works for the company and he's still in our union. So that's a big conflict of interest, first of all. And when a manager has their daughter working for an oil company and son-in-law working for another oil company and so on, it's all conflict of interest and they just target. Now, with all due respect, I'm not the one that did the gossiping about people. It's what they did to me. They came to me in my area, bullied me, sexually harassed me, touched me. It's on your cameras. You know the truth. So I don't understand what the holdup is with everything. I personally don't want anything to do with these people because it's too much drama. I want my money. I've lost my house. I've lost my apartment. I've lost my truck. I've got nothing left to lose. I don't know why so many people came up to me and said that they're making an example out of me. Well, gee, how about if we make an example out of you and we put you out of business? Just because the reason why you're such a big company is because you don't pay the workers. So I'm either a really big shareholder in this company and I want to take my shares out as well as my pension plan, showing $68,000 when it should be showing $110,000. Just trying to get a balance to our pensions is practically impossible. They're holding back vital information from the workers, and this is against the law. This is our money. We work for it. You're not going to keep my pension to be the same amount of money as somebody that's only been in the union for 6 months and doesn't even live in this province or in this country for that matter. Why would I give my money away to somebody else? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not that stupid. I do donations once in a while to fundraising and stuff, but not like this. Never once did I say it was okay that they could take my money and invest it into another country. Absolutely not. My money should be accessible at all times, especially in this situation that I'm in. I don't understand why nobody's doing anything about it. It's like they're trying to make sure that I end up dead. And this is basically threats on my life. They've put my life at risk and they think it's a big joke. They think it's a really big joke. They think it's funny. I hope they all get caught and they all go to jail. I just can't understand why the government is protecting this kind of stuff. This is not normal. This is not normal. This is federal fraud. It's human trafficking. Please help us stop human trafficking and start speaking up because what they're doing in our workplaces, if it's happening in my workplaces, it's happening in somebody else's. Please educate yourself, everyone. Look it up. Look it up under government. If you go on to government websites, all the answers are right there. And if you're a victim of anything, make sure you report it. And you have a voice. You're still Canadian. We have freedom of speech. True North Canadian strong. Signing out. Take care, Evelyn Charan. God bless you. Goodbye.